How's it going, Dave from Comic Book Investments? So in this video, we're going to go through some stuff I got back from CGC, and it is a ton of stuff. A ton of really, really good stuff. It's nearly $100,000 of stuff that I got back from CGC. Just tons and tons of really cool things you probably never even ever seen before. I can pretty much guarantee you've never seen before. Yeah, so tons of good stuff to go through. This is going to be a fun video. I haven't done like this big of amount of comics in a long time. I have way more stuff than this that I got back this week from CGC, but I don't have time to go through it all, and it would take forever. And plus, a lot of it's like the same stuff I've showed like time and time again, so I don't really have much more to say on it. But a lot of the stuff you've probably never seen before. I've never showcased it before. I know that for a fact. And all this stuff is up on our website, collectorscomics.com. Once again, collectorscomics.com if you want to get stuff. Let's just get right into it. Let's start off with something, pretty good. But Amazing Spider-Man number 5. Yes, Amazing Spider-Man number 5. This one came back great. Wrong. I'm looking at the wrong line here. Came back great. I was hoping for like a 7.0 possibly, but it didn't get that. But I was hoping 6.5 to 7.0. Sometimes I'll put a range like 6.5 to 7.0. 7.0 is like I hope. But it didn't get that. I got the 6.5 like I wanted. And $28.59. And here we go. We got a first appearance of Punisher and a 7.5. And I was hoping for an 8.0, 2079. Now, I got 2 of these in the exact same grade. I'll show it to you, but literally the exact same thing, 7.5. Sometimes I get multiple books. Most of the time I take them out of here, but I guess in my rush to get this ready, I accidentally left it in. So usually multiples. Sometimes I'll get 3 of the exact same book in the exact same grade, but I'm not going to show you. That's kind of boring. So this one is The Crow. I got the 9.6 like I was hoping, and this one is $26.99. Here we go. This is the key book of this stack here. I kind of want to keep it, but I can't. But fantastic book. This is not his first appearance. It might be his second appearance as Scarecrow, but it's his first and only cover appearance. Really hard to get. Detective 73 came back great. I was hoping for basically 13,000 for this book right here. Fantastic book. I wish I could keep it. I've had 2 others in my entire career doing this. Yeah, I did. What was this? A 5.0? I don't think I've ever had a 5.0. I think I had like a 3.0 at one point and like a 1.5. But his first appearance is actually World's Finest 4, 3, 4, or 3. I don't know. One of those. I can visualize the cover, but I just can't visualize the number. Fairness 448. First appearance, Silver Surfer and Galactus and all that stuff. I was hoping for a 6.5, got a 6.0, $23.59. Here we go. This one, I kind of gave up on this one. I sent it in a couple times to get the Lucid 8.0, but this one, Fighting Man Annual number 1. This is the second highest grade. There's one 8.0. They'll say there's 2 7.5s on the census, but that's mine. I sent this in, tried to get a grade bump, didn't got a 7.5 again, so 2 7.5s. So don't listen to the census, because I've told this many times. There's a thing called ghosts, and that's basically what the census is. They don't factor in people that resubmit. So when you look at the census and you might see like, oh, there's like, 20 in this grade, that's not true. It never will be true. There's going to be a lot of ghost ones, which is stuff like this, where you look at the census, it's going to have 2 on there at a 7.5. Well, there isn't. There's only 1, and it's this one right here. I sent it in twice, hoping to get that 8.0 because I wanted the highest grade. But alas, I did not. Who knows what that's from? I don't know, but me and my wife constantly quote that movie constantly. Oh, hi, doggy. If you haven't seen that movie, you should watch it. It's so terrible. And the people, if you know it, you know exactly what I'm saying. Anyways, Let's see. Okay. I thought this could get 8.0, but did not. And it is 25.99. Sorry, I took this stupid thing. I decided to take the picture vertically instead of horizontally, and then I realized I can't see anything. So this one right here, this is a good one. I've had this a couple times. This one, 4-color, number 9. I was hoping for the 6.5, got it. Basically $5,000 for this one. Green Lantern, number 1. And this one, hoping for a 7.0, got the 7.0. $28.99. Piece of dust. Marvel Spotlight 5. First appearance of Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. We also have some other Ghost Riders in there that are not Johnny Blaze. And I thought this could get a 7, so I got a 6.5. Boo hoo. $16.49. This one, this one I'm a little upset about. Alas. So this one's very cool. This is a very expensive book. People love this. This cover right here. It's kind of like the KKK going on or something, and they're doing something to this poor woman. And it's Shock Suspense Stories number 6. I thought it'd be a 4.0, but what happened here was it was very brittle of a spine. Even has brittle pages. And if you know anything about brittleness, every single, like you can even see up here, there's a little piece that came off. Every single time someone touches it, something falls off on it. Something gets broken. So you have to be extremely careful. Basically, you have to have like anti-gravity and just kind of move it through space and time. But when you send these books that are brittle to CGC, they have to go through them. And when they do, let me open this. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, they don't care. So thought this would get a 2.5, but after they decided to go through it a little more, some more spine splitting happened. This little piece fell off, and you can literally see it in the encapsulation. All that good stuff. Yay. So it got the 1.5. So I'm not really happy about that. $14.99. Then we got first appearance of Doctor Strange. Yes, first appearance of Doctor Strange. I thought this would be a 3.0 to a 3.5, so I got a 4.0. $27.99. Then we got the first appearance of Black Widow in a 7.0. Tales Spence 52. Thought it'd be 7.5, got a 7.0. Boo. $19.99. Ooh, here we go. Yes. Everyone's favorite Spider-Man, other than Peter Parker, of course. Let's see. There's Peter Parker. There's Ben Reilly. I'm not going to count Doc Ock as Spider-Man. I mean, he was, but he's technically in Peter's body. Miles Morales. Who else is... Comment below. Who else has been an actual Spider-Man? Not wore a mask or pretended, or not a derivative like Spider-Woman or Spider-Gwen or any of that stuff. Like actually a Spider-Man. You got Ben Reilly, who was the clone. Peter Parker. Miles Morales. And I know that there's the Spider-Verse and there's some kind of Spider-Man in every single universe. But I'm talking the normal universe, normal Spider-Man. I'll put it this way. They have to have their own run at some point in the comic books, as in their own series. Like Miles Morales has his own run. Ben Reilly had his own run. And Peter Parker, obviously, is Amazing Spider-Man. So something like that. I can't just be like, oh, there's some random Spider-Man or some random universe, something like that. It has to be like a main Spider-Man. But those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Anyways, Ultimate Fallout 4, $18.49. Man, that book has dropped. It's by, let's see, I believe at its peak, If I can remember off the top of my head, it was somewhere around 3,600 is what it was selling for. And I remember like people talking. It was like when I first started my YouTube, a lot of people were asking, "Oh, how high is this Ultimate Fallout 4 going to go?" And people were like, "Oh, it's going to go to the moon." And I'd always be like, "No." I think I made like multiple videos on it because people would always ask me about this book when it was really hot, because it literally went from a couple $100, like in the mid hundreds, $400-$500, and then shot up to 36. And people were like, "Oh man, it's going to go so high. It's going to keep going up." I'm like, there's like 80,000 print run. And I tried to like tell people about supply and demand. And this was when I was first started YouTube. So probably wasn't as good as, saying like the facts to convince people. And I was like, it's already at like these people, like, what do you expect is going to happen? You're going to buy it for 3,600 and then it's going to 10x. So it's going to be 36,000 like in a couple of years. That's what some people believed. It was insane to me. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. This is not crypto. This is a comic book. And all crypto pretty much went to negative money anyways, because people were so obsessed with that stuff. I mean, minus like the big two, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those are the only ones that are like holding strong. But the rest of them are just, ugh. I see that all the time on Twitter, like randomly. It's like, check out my random coin. I'm like, why? Like, you're just basically gambling and you're going to lose your money. The only people that make money on that stuff are the people that made that coin. So please stop putting your money in random coins. Random. Like if you want to say Bitcoin or Ethereum, you can make an argument there because there's like a lot of people that are invested in it. So it's going to, like, billionaires are invested in it. So there's a chance that it could last. But all those random coins that, like, I think they're like altcoins. I don't make up a word like Dogecoin, all that stuff. Like there's way worse than Dogecoin. There's like literally there's coins that's called like, my chair coin. That I guarantee you there's a coin out there that's called like my chair. And I mean, Logan Paul had multiple coins that all went to zero. So don't put money in those coins. The only argument you could possibly make is like the two big ones. Beyond that, stop. Just don't. Please don't. Put your money in comics. Yeah, X-Men #1. Hey, I thought it'd be a 2. I got a 2.5, so that's good there. $7,250. Man, this book dropped a lot too. But to be fair, like people are like, oh, it's dropped so much. I'm like, most of these books have dropped, like the bigger keys, like 30, maybe 50%, depending on the grade range. Some are still breaking records on like the higher end stuff or the more rare, right? If you have like a 9.0, what are the odds a 9.0 is going to sell? Like maybe one every year, something like that. And so those usually end up tending to breaking records or being around their previous record. Something that's more common, like a 2.5, yes, because you can get a 2.5 any day of the week. Go on eBay, they're always there. And there's always one in auction somewhere. Like at least probably one a month, you're going to find one of these in auction of all the millions of different. We just auctioned off a 3.0 and a 3.5. So yes, and our 3.0 and 3.5 actually did really, really well. Like really, really well. Not record breaking by any means, but much better than the average of the last like 6 months. So on our website, collectorscomics.com, of course. But yes, so like people are like, oh, it's dropped so much. I'm like, look at most stocks. Most stocks have dropped by like 50% or more. And then obviously if you want to look at NFTs and crypto, they're down to basically zero. You've lost 99.9999% of your money. So yeah, I think Bitcoin is down. I think it hit a high of like 65, and last time I checked it was around 25. So whatever that math is, it's more than 50%. It's probably 60, 70%. So everything's down. So you can't just put all the blame on comics. Everything. All right, here we go. I just put this book in here because I've always liked this book. Frank Miller, when he used to be good at art. Daredevil 183. I thought it'd be a 9.6. Got a 9.8. I wish it was the newsstand. That'd make it worth a lot more. So 400 for this one. This one I've never had. Never have had. Yes. Bud Root. I knew his name, but I never actually like said it out loud. And now I did. I'm like, Bud and Root. Those are both like planting terms. You have a bud and it sprouts out roots. That can't be his real name, or his parents just really didn't like him. Bud Root. Bud Root. He did Cave Woman. This came out in what, 94? 93. December of 93, so I was close. Double signature. This person signed it twice. They had it signed twice. Once in 94 and once in 95. Both at the top. Maybe they forgot they had it signed. I don't know. But it's a 94. I've never had this book. $5.99. Came back great, I was hoping. This one I never had either. I watched part of these things. Child's Play 1 and 2. I watched them when I was older, so they're definitely very bad. It's one of those things you had to watch when it was new because it's very cheesy. $1.99. Michael J. Fox and James Wood, The Hard Way. I just watched a Michael J. Fox documentary on Apple. Very sad. I feel bad, but tis what it is. $59. Obviously, it's not very expensive or anything. I was just like, I've never had it before, so I was just showcasing it. Okay, let's get back to some more expensive and rare stuff. 6.5. If I can remember correctly, this is like the second highest grade or third. $4,000. Very nice. Hard to get these Golden Age stuff. Then we got Aquaman. I thought it'd be a 5.5, so I got 6.5. $11.59. This one, I believe, I'm like trying to go off of memory. I looked them up like a couple days ago. Now I'm just trying to remember. If you go to our website, it'll tell you on our website if it's the first, second, single highest grade. I think this is second highest grade. $15.99. Came back great. I thought it would come back. Here we go. This one's cool. This is Frank Frazetta. Very, very good artist. He's a very good artist. So it was cool that he came over to comic books for a limited time. This is the old Ghost Rider. So the way it worked was, I forget what was it? It's M Magazine Enterprises. Why did it looks like Millennia or something. So anyways, this Ghost Rider first appeared in Tim Holt, 17 something. And then he had his own little thing going on. And then I don't know exactly what happened now that I think of it. Somehow Marvel got the rights to Ghost Rider. Maybe they bought him out, or I don't know. I'll have to look at that up. But this is the first and original Ghost Rider. Later, they called him Phantom Rider, and they called Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. But they're basically the same. Thought it'd be a 3.0, got a 2.5, $6.99. Frazetta covers, very desired, and are a lot more expensive. So if you have one, I think Dick Ayers was doing the art on this. So if you have a Dick Ayers cover, not really worth anything close to this. You get a Frank Frazetta, way more. I know nothing about this comic, but it's from Spitfire Comics. It's the last issue, 133. I can tell you this, there's only 132 and 133. So this is one of those things where why they did it, I'm not sure. They had their thinking, but it would be like they'd run a comic book and then say it got up to issue like 102. And then they decided to change the title because that comic book wasn't selling or something like that. They come up with a new, so let's say like superheroes weren't selling very well, so then they'd move more into like true crime or something like that. They would, instead of starting the new comic, they'll come up with a brand new title. Instead of starting it at number one, they'll just continue on from this one. I think it has something to do with the distributors and something to do with the distributors and the newsstands. Something like that. $8.99. I thought it'd be 3.0, got a 3.5, so got a bump there. This one, very hard to get in high grade. This is not a high grade, but it is extremely hard. I did have like a 7.0 or an 8.0 at one point. I should have kept that one because it's very, very hard to get in a grade like this. $13.99. So you're thinking 4.0, that's pretty low. It's actually like middle. I think the highest grade is an 8.0. Or like something like that. This one, I was pleasantly surprised at the grade I got. First appearance of Darkseid, also, I believe, a Jack Kirby cover, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Jack Kirby and Neil Adams. Oh, there we go, Jack Kirby, Neil Adams. I wonder how they do that. So it's Jack, oh, sorry, my bad. Jack Kirby story, Neil Adams cover. That'd be 92, got 94, 16.99. I think this is the highest grade I've ever had of this book. So that's nice. Oh, we got another one in here. I don't know why I keep on putting duplicates. Ultimate Fallout 4. That'd be 96, got 94. So boohoo. 529. Here we go. This one. I was not expecting this. I knew it was nice, but sometimes CGC can be very hurtful to your feelings. 9.6. This is a single highest grade by a mile. I think the next highest grade is either a 9.0 or 9.2, but this is a 9.6 single highest. Single highest, only one. I thought it'd be a 9.2, 9.4, $5,000. Ah, yes. And then we got here, wow. We'll end it with the W's, wow. Wow, number 38. I don't really know what's special about this, but I know it's expensive. Is it heavy? Yes, that's probably expensive. Put it back. $22.99. I thought it'd be a 4.0 to a 4.5, so I got the bump there. So 23. That is it. That is all that I have right now. Again, there's way more than this, and it's on my website, collectorscomics.com. So go check it out if you want to look at more of this, and you can look at all the pretty pictures and do whatever you want. It's all up there exclusively. So have a great day.